He stole from us, mocked us, and called Freddie Mercury a disgrace. So we sent him a letter that tore his entire life apart. One envelope, a few flyers, and just enough truth to make him wish he never messed with us. If you've ever been backstabbed by someone you trusted, someone who smiled to your face while stealing from you, this one's for you. Hit that like button, subscribe, and prepare for one of the most legendary revenge stories to come out of the 90s. This story starts in a time when floppy disks were still king, internet was just a sci-fi rumor, and PC gaming was for the few, the proud, the nerdy. I was one of them. It was the early 90s. Me and my best friend were obsessed with games. Doom 2, The Settlers, Monkey Island. But in our country, games were hard to come by. There weren't game shops on every corner. No online downloads. No Steam. If you wanted a new game, you had to hunt for it. We used our allowance to buy games through international airmail. Not cheap. And every time we got a new title, it felt like we just unlocked a new world. We'd trade games with each other, even copy the built-in copy protections to make sharing fair and safe. Then he arrived. The new kid. Let's call him Rick. Rick joined our class mid-semester. He came with a cocky smile, flashy talk, and stories of his uncle, who apparently had a treasure trove of PC games we'd never even heard of. We were curious, hopeful. Maybe, finally, someone who could expand our collection without draining our wallets. We approached him, offered trades. He agreed. We gave him our originals, floppies we had paid for with months of savings. In return, he handed us garbage. Literally. Corrupted disks. Missing files. Broken copy protection. At first, we thought it was a mistake. Disks do get damaged. But then it kept happening. Over and over. Meanwhile, Rick was amassing our collection. The Settlers, Doom 2, Monkey Island 1 and 2, all in his grubby hands. And when he did return something, it came back scratched, dirty, or bent like it had been run over by a damn lawnmower. We were crushed, humiliated, and broke. But Rick wasn't done. You see, I've always been a huge fan of Queen. Freddie Mercury was more than just a voice. He was power, emotion, art. But Rick? He mocked me endlessly. You like that gay guy? He'd say, loud enough for everyone to hear. You know he died of AIDS, right? He came from a super conservative family. His mother was borderline fanatical Catholic. His dad? The kind of guy who thought compassion was weakness. In their house, being gay wasn't just frowned upon, it was considered a sin. And that's when the idea sparked. One day, our class was taken to an AIDS awareness event. Back then, post Freddie Mercury's death, AIDS education was everywhere. We got informational flyers, some light literature, and, weirdly enough, free condoms branded by the foundation. That night, as we walked home, the pieces fell into place. Me and my friend were among the only ones in class with access to inkjet printers. That was a big deal in the 90s. So we crafted a letter. We scanned the foundation's logo, matched the font. Everything looked real. The letter read, "Dear Rick, thank you for your heartfelt letter. We understand it's not easy being open about your sexuality, especially after growing up in a conservative home. We're proud of you for taking the first step and reaching out. Enclosed, you'll find some answers to your questions, as well as some condoms. Please remember, practice safe sex and know you are not alone." We stuffed the envelope with every single flyer we had grabbed. And, of course, a handful of condoms. Then we addressed it to Mr. Rick's last name. Because we knew his father would open it. What happened next blew even our minds. According to our classmates, chaos erupted in Rick's house that evening. His mom? Screaming. Crying. His dad? Red-faced. Furious. Rick got dragged into the living room, forced to explain a letter he never wrote, with condoms and AIDS flyers scattered across the dining table. He got grounded for weeks. Banned from electronics. And worst of all? His parents believed he was hiding something dark. Something they couldn't pray away. For the first time, Rick wasn't smug. He was quiet. Bitter. Defeated. He avoided us. Avoided everyone. But we weren't exactly subtle. We started asking innocent questions like, "Hey, did you ever get a reply from that AIDS foundation?" He got suspicious. then paranoid, then furious. Eventually we cracked. We told him. Laughed in his face. His comeback? Telling the school. And so, a week later, we were sitting in the principal's office. Him, us, and his furious parents. We didn't deny it. We explained the trades. The lies. The manipulation. We laid out everything he'd done. Even the principal looked uncomfortable. We got detention. He got publicly embarrassed, in front of his parents. The very people we designed the letter to shatter him in front of. 30 years later, I still think about that letter. It was petty, cruel maybe, but Rick had stolen from us, disrespected us, and mocked the very people we admired. We didn't just prank him. We exposed who he really was to the people he feared most. If that gave you goosebumps, or brought back memories of your own sweet revenge, hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your favorite revenge story? And if you want more wild, twisted justice like this, you know what to do. Subscribe. Because karma always finds a way.